Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I feel like it's my audience. Like she's watching and she's fine. Previously on Chronicles of Dania. While freedom is important, some kind of structure is importanter. Since we're talking about structure, I figure I'll show you some of the staples that I have in my kitchen that sort of help me be open with my kitchen experience. Hey people, welcome back to Chronicles of Dania. So, over the course of the last 1 year, I've encountered different people who didn't understand how I could be doing more than one thing, right? So, when people asked what I did, I simply said I was a creative entrepreneur with current interests in writing, baking, and design. Now, that response was met with different reactions. For some, it was fascination, like, oh wow, you're doing all these things. How do you do it? You're living the life, blah 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 blah. So that was the first reaction. For some other people, it was confusion. It was like, I don't understand. So how? So there was that reaction, and then the third one, which was my least favorite reaction, was reduction. So some people will reduce you to one thing. I have a friend till now. I don't even know how we're still friends, but you know yourself. Anyway, I have a friend till now who introduces me as, oh hi, meet Dania, my friend that bakes, and I'll continue the introduction for her by saying amongst other things, because I do more than one thing, and that has to be okay. Do you understand? Now, there's nothing wrong with doing one thing. There's also nothing wrong with doing many things, right? Remember the pasta episode where we talked about how humans are like pasta? There are some pasta cups that can be used for more than one thing. Do you understand? So if you feel like you can do many things at the same time, feel free. Some people are generalists, some people are singular focused people, and both sides of the coin are okay. On my birthday last year, my birthday last year, I got a camera, right, as a birthday gift, and I started taking pictures. So no, first thing I did was to go and take a free photography course on Shaw Academy. Now, I wasn't planning to become a photographer. I wasn't planning to take it up commercially. I was just curious. I had all these settings. It was a really, fancy camera, and I had all these settings I didn't know what to do with. So I thought, okay, instead of just, learning random, let me take a proper course. So I did that. I think it was a 4-week course, and it was free, and I did that. And I started posting. I started taking proper pictures and posting on my Instagram, complete with hashtags and everything. Now, I think on one of the days when I posted one of those pictures with hashtags about photography, I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, and then I came across an ad for a content creating fellowship, right? Now, this ad in particular was directed to photographers. That's how I was sure that I saw it, because of the picture I posted, right? So, but I was curious, so I clicked on the ad. My opening, and I saw that it was also for all sorts of content creators. So there were writers, there were photographers, there were videographers, and everything. And obviously, I'm a writer. That's one of the things I didn't see. I also write. Sorry, but then if you're on my blog, you know that I write, right? So, so I saw that it was for. So I started to apply. On my phone right there, I filled in the application. I applied. And funny story about the selection. So, the day that the final cohort was supposed to be announced was my last day in corporate, and as far as I'd convinced myself that my getting into the fellowship would be validation, that I hadn't just made the biggest mistake of my life by leaving my job. So I was so sure that okay, if I got in, it meant everything just seemed nicely timed, and the sync was really good. So I thought, okay, getting in meant I was following the right path. So that's how, I was at work that day saying my last goodbyes, hugging everybody and all of that. And then I got an email from these guys saying, something, we got your application, blah, 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 blah. However, or more, my heart sank to my feet. I was like, what? So I didn't even tell anybody. So I just went back to my desk and just started, and I started thinking, I was like, good. But I was so sure that you told me to leave. So how can I be getting, because I had tied the acceptance to validation, I was crushed. So I was still, just sat there thinking of my life and all of that, when I got another email. I didn't get another email. Something else has checked my spam. So I checked my spam, and I saw another email from the same people saying, "Dear Adania," my full government name. "Dear Adania, congratulations, blah, 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 blah." And so me, I'm like, what's going on here? So I went back to the first email I got, and I saw that one had been sent. I think that one had something like maybe "Dear applicant" or something. It wasn't direct, right? And then it was also, I was BCC'd in that first one. But in this one that had my name, like my full name, "Dear Dania," it was sent to my email and my name was there. I just replied that one because you had to reply to accept. So I just hit reply and I was like, "Tell me something, I'm so elated, thank you, blah, 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 blah," and all of that, But then I now put like a PS on that. I'm like, full disclosure, I got a rejection email. However, because this one was sent to me and my full name and my email and everything, and my heart can't even take it otherwise, this is the email I'm replying to. Do you understand? So they replied and said, "Oh, the first one was a glitch, blah, blah, that was fine, I got accepted." So my point is, I got accepted into a paid content creation fellowship from a random ad which I saw because I randomly took a photo because I felt like taking a photo. So guys, since we're talking about versatility today, I have someone here who knows a bit about being a generalist. She does quite a number of things. Full disclosure, she's my sister.
Yay!
My younger sister. So,
you have to put that there.
Yeah, she's my younger sister.
Okay.
And I'm the final one. So yeah.
Oh really? Guys,
what?
Tell me.
What's that? Okay, so I'll let her tell us a bit about all the many things that she does.
Okay, so I'm a lawyer by profession.
Okay.
With my practice of law, I'm a public policy analyst.
Sounds fancy.
Well, it is. I also project manage a production of the first animation movie in Nigeria.
Oh wow! Okay.
I have a clothing line.
Is that what you're wearing?
Actually, it's
there. You go.
Yeah.
Tell us now, what's the code? You can plug in my show. It's okay.
It's Nia Collection.
I'll charge you a shot.
Yeah, Nia Collection. So I have a clothing line for women. I'm looking to start something for men soon. So watch out. What else?
What are you asking me?
I think
sing for fun.
Well, I sing.
She compares as well.
I compare.
Let me see, what else do you do? She looks for my trouble. Like
I do that
for
a lot.
Like literally for a living.
Exactly. On point. I dance.
Only you.
I think I speak French on po. And Mandarin just a bit. Ni hao. So that's about it, really. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So we're going to be showing you guys how to make muffins. Now, you know that there are different types of muffins. So there's blueberry, banana. You can pretty much make any type of muffin. Apple, cinnamon, lemon, etc. Right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to be showing you guys like one simple batter that you can use to make any type of muffin. Like we're talking about versatility, right? So we're going to show you how one personality muffin can do different things, right? So we'll start with I'll just show you the pan we're going to use. Could you hand me the pan, please? So this is a 6 muffin tray tin pan. I really like those large muffins that are like juicy and succulent. Muffin succulent. I don't think succulent is the right word. Maybe moist.
Moist.
But yeah, so like I really like them really large and giant, and so yeah, this is the pan we're going to be using. So I've oiled it already, but just very light grease, and I'm going to just set that aside.
Okay.
Then we're going to start. So the first thing to do would be to mix your dry ingredients together.
Okay.
So for the dry ingredients, we have flour, we have sugar, I have some baking soda and baking powder, and
mixed.
I just put them together for the purpose of the shoes.
Okay.
But then I have some salt as well. So I'm going to give you like proper measurements. I'm going to write out a recipe for you, so you'll see that below, like somewhere on this blog.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put everything together and we'll sift it. So while I'm doing that, could you sort of tell us how you find the time, how do you do all of these things? Do you do everything at the same time? So are you a lawyer, a public policy analyst, a dancer, a looking for a Daniel's trouble person? Do you do everything at the same time, and how do you manage to do that?
Well, I'll be lying if I say that I do everything at the same time. I don't think it's possible for anyone to do every single thing at the same time. But I know that there's some things that are more important than other things.
Okay.
And so it's about prioritizing and, looking at what needs to go or what needs to remain. And then, trying to have that balance. So I do my public policy work alongside my project managing work.
Okay.
Alongside my fashion thing. And alongside my dance. Okay, I see that I've mentioned like 4 things
alongside. Everything's alongside. But okay.
No, but to be honest, what I've noticed, and I say this from a point of self-reflection.
Okay. I'm causing you to reflect. Coming to Chronicles of Dania to reflect.
Sensei. What I've noticed is, or what I know now, is that there's nothing like focus.
Okay. But that's odd though, because when you say focus, for someone who's a generalist, how are you able to?
So, okay, I'm going to get to that. Okay. So, you can decide to focus on one thing for a particular period and be like, okay, if I want to, let's say, have my clothing line or have a collection out at a certain time, I know that I'm not going to be able to maybe do a lot of shows, like compare a lot of shows. I know that I'm not going to be able to do a lot of dancing. I know I'm not going to be able to go for Mandarin classes or French classes or whatever it is, or go for dance classes, as it were. So my day job would still be there because I have that obligation, right? But I would have to take out the time that I use for all of those other things and focus at that time in that moment.
So you sort of focus per time.
Time.
Okay. Can I ask a question about prioritizing, right?
Yeah.
So how do you determine what comes first? Is it just what you feel like doing, or is it what makes you the most money per time?
No, I think it's a decision that you make when you have to decide. It's a decision that you make when you know what needs to be done. Let's say I need to bring out a collection for Christmas, right? Okay. It would not be smart for me to engage in all of these things, right?
Okay.
At that time, in that moment, I'd have to pick out my designs. I'll have to start sewing them. I have to produce them ready for Christmas. Okay. So, in that moment, it's possible that my dance may suffer, my comparing duties may suffer, the other things that I do may suffer, but it's just for that period where I know it's for a certain time. I think everyone was, given the ability to do more than one thing. And I say that because in the Bible,
is already coming out. I've never said anything. I
say that because in the Bible, that parable of the 3 talents, men that had talents, God gave 5, gave 2,
3, 2,
5.
Wow, please read our Bibles. We do. Continue.
Okay, so
3 or 2. I think it's 3. She said
no, it's 3. It's 3. So we're going to take that again. So in the Bible,
put it there.
It's 5. So in the Bible, God gave 3 men 5, 3, and 1 talent, right?
Yeah, but somebody had 1, so.
So listen, calm down.
Wow, don't be angry.
So the person that he gave 5 had the mind and had the knowledge and had the spirit to know to double it and to increase it. Same with the person that had 3. But with the person that had 1, there was no inherent knowledge to do more with that one other than to bury it.
Okay.
So I feel like God has given us. I feel like God.
Okay. No, sorry. Like put that part there, but continue.
Don't put it there.
Continue.
Okay, so I feel like God has given us that inherent ability and capacity to do more than one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel so. I feel strongly about that.
Okay, it's interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're done mixing our dry ingredients for our muffins. So we're going to mix the wet ingredients separately now. I'm going to let Ogo do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I'm telling you now.
Okay, so
yeah, you can start with the egg.
So I'm many things, but I don't bake.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Nah,
But I mean, you can learn. You have the capacity. God gave you the inherent capacity and ability.
I see you're learning
you know?
things.
So yeah. So start with the 2 eggs that we lightly beaten. So just kind of beat it a bit.
Okay.
So just then wait. Then we can so this is buttermilk. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.